since we tend to start these things with you laughing, little decomposers.
You're evil for that.
Hey guys, if you just heard me say little decomposers, don't worry about it. We just came up with our own inside joke between recordings. Don't worry about it at all. Anyway, it's like every time I say that, it's like a spell. That should not be funny. You're losing your mind, losing your gourd. Anyway, welcome to Podblivion. This is a video podcast with, I'm your host, Void, and also your host is my sister, Cassie. Currently losing her mind at nothing. This is a video podcast where we talk and I game and I play something mildly low effort, and we cycle through a few different conversation topics between each episode. Oh god, it's cold. Oh, did your mic just...
Yeah, my mic just got fucked.
Anyway, as I was saying, this is a video podcast, and no, I already said that. Anyway, so last episode we were talking about Zelda. For you guys, that would be last week. For us, it was minutes ago. This episode is not going to be about Zelda. This is actually typically more of a wild card episode. It could literally be about anything, really. But actually, this particular episode will be a follow-up episode. Well, let me take this shot real quick. Oh, stop moving. Got it.
There we go.
Second try.
Nice. Thanks.
So yeah, this episode is going to be a follow-up to the episode about a month ago, when we talked about basically Lovecraftian horror, cosmic horror, and it was kind of just evolved into me being frustrated that I couldn't. I realized that Cassie doesn't understand it the way I do, and my efforts were
in vain.
In vain. So this is a follow-up because there is actually something really interesting about at least Lovecraft's work that I think you should know about, and also I want to correct the errors of that episode, because I did a lot of thinking about cosmic horror and my stance on it. I realized that actually, I think I have yet to find a cosmic horror story that actually scares me.
Okay.
Now, I want it to scare me, because that would be impressive. And I can understand how that can be scary. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's not something that typically scares me. I do know that I'm capable of being scared of something like that, because there have been things that have been close to cosmic horror that have scared me.
Okay. Like
real life examples and such, and also this one story. But I don't want to focus on the horror. Sort of on a side note, Cassie, what is your opinion, or how do you feel about the Alien franchise? Like, xenomorphs, they got the elongated head, and in space, face huggers, chest bursters.
Yeah, do you just mean like in general?
In general, like, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's creepy. Like, the premise that it incubates in a human is
right.
Gross.
It's very uncomfy.
Yeah, that's uncomfy. And then, of course, you got the classic Alien of, like, something's chasing you and is gonna kill you.
Right,
so
no one likes that feeling
of
being chased.
Yeah.
Now, the first time you see one of those movies, especially the first one, it's scary, right?
Right.
But then after you've seen that, it's like, well, I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you're not as scared.
Right.
Definitely the most scared person in that moment are the people in the movie.
Yeah.
Now, if you were in that situation...
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and I know for a fact I would be scared because, I mean, I've played in my own time, not on my channel, Alien Isolation, which is the definitive Alien experience where you are essentially pitted up against one of these guys alone in a space station. Not a comfy thing.
Yeah.
But 9 out of 10 times, my thoughts about the Alien franchise are actually not fear, but rather, this is cool.
Okay.
Yes, the whole idea of incubation in a human body is uncomfy. Yes.
Yeah.
And it can get really gross. But I will say that I think it's cool. Mm-hmm. I think it's cool. This is the same way I feel about cosmic horror.
Okay.
It is cool. And I don't want my approach to trying to make you to understand what it is about, I don't want that to shy you away from it.
Okay.
Because we were talking about another horror show that you might be watching soon, and you're like, is it cosmic horror? And you have this sort of like eye roll sort of tone to your voice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, don't be that way, because cosmic horror is cool.
Okay.
You don't have to be scared of it. Not every type of horror is for everyone.
Okay.
I get that. Like, that's why we have horror fans.
Yeah.
Because, like, what does a horror fan feel about horror? They think it's cool, right? That's why they like horror.
Okay. I guess maybe I've dabbled in horror. Dabbled. I've
like how we took that tone.
Dabbled.
I've dabbled.
With my monocle and mustache.
I've
dabbled in horror, but and also a top hat. I'm like the Mr. Peanut Man or whatever.
Quick, does the Monopoly Man have a monocle? Yes or no?
Oh, shit.
The cosmic horror of the Monopoly Man.
You could definitely be a villain in like freaking Judge Dredd or something.
Oh my god. We'll get there. We'll get there. That's not this episode.
Anyway, I think I've dabbled in horror, but I'm not like a fanatic. If that makes sense. I dabbled in horror in the sense that I'll watch shows that like you hear about from the general public.
Right.
Like something blows up, it goes viral, and if it can reach a wide audience like that, that's when I watch it, because it's more, I guess, generic horror or something that can appeal to a wide variety of people, so I know it could appeal to me. But I don't, like, it's not a genre that I regularly watch is the thing.
Huh. Okay.
Or regularly read about. So I think that's the biggest thing with, like, I've always interpreted horror as, like, people enjoy that adrenaline and that fear and whatever. Like, they enjoy the feeling that they get from horror of, like, fear. That's how I've interpreted it.
Interesting.
So maybe that's not the correct interpretation, and that's why I don't understand it.
Okay, so what I enjoy from horror is the cool concepts that are conveyed through the genre.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I don't like being scared. I do find it impressive when something is able to scare me. Mm-hmm. That is good horror. But usually it's just like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
And like I like the concept. That's why I usually don't watch ghost horror, because it's like, I'm just not a big fan of the concept. Like ghosts can do all sorts of bullshit.
Okay.
I haven't seen many ghost movies that I thought were actually cool.
Got it.
Yeah. That's why I'm watching, it's like science fiction, or there's like a monster or something like that.
I just figured it out.
What?
I like, because, I'm into psychology and mental health and all that stuff.
You like psychological thrillers?
Yes.
Yes.
I like psychological horror and psychological thrillers. And maybe that's why ghost stories appeal to me slightly more than you. Because there's seems to be a theme of some sort of psychological aspect where people feel like they're going insane. Right. So I like that aspect of it.
I guess I thought of The Shining just now. That's a good example.
Yeah, The Shining, Haunting of Hill House too. We were talking about that the other day.
Right.
I feel like there's like some sort of like psychological aspect of like people feel like you're hi.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
That's right. Okay, I forgot there was a shrine just in this Yiga hideout. Anyway, so yeah, psychological horror, supernatural horror. Yeah, I like, because horror, I like it when horror draws from concepts of science fiction or fantasy. Because ultimately, I'm watching the most horror for fantasy and sci-fi.
So I guess you and I like different niche versions of horror.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So the thing about, let me just check my notes. Oh, actually, yeah, I had a little sort of icebreaker or something for this one, which is to sort of ease us into this topic. So before we get too ahead of ourselves, in one sentence, describe your ideal horror situation, and not like what's happening, but like if there were a sentence that would fit into a horror story.
Oh God, why are you putting me on the spot like that?
Here, I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you an example. The entity has breached containment. That is a sentence pulled out of one of my an ideal horror scenario for me. Not necessarily. This is not necessarily what you find scary. It's like horror that you enjoy. So yeah, for me, it would be the entity has breached containment. I really like when you've got horror where it's like you've got like secrets that you're keeping from the public, stuff that is in a high, like locked down. It's being studied, or it's in containment. It's hidden in the real world, stuff like that. If there were a sentence that you could pull from a horror story that you enjoy, what would it be?
I don't know. I can't think of a specific example like that.
What about and when he looks in the mirror, he saw she had no head.
Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, but it probably would be psychological stuff.
Right. In terms of the horror itself. Oh, and here's the other thing. I got when I was doing a live stream, this, I think it was a few weeks ago, I got this regular viewer that always watches our episodes.
Okay.
And he always makes a comment regarding the last episode he watched. He said he thinks you would do well in a horror movie. Me? Yes.
Oh.
He's like, Cassie would do well in a horror movie.
I would just be super logical about it.
Yeah.
And
because based off of what you were saying about cosmic horror.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
You do well in a horror movie.
I probably would.
Yeah. You wouldn't even be in the horror movie. That's how smart you'd be. You'd be the guy that's like, nope, and just walk away.
Yeah, I've always questioned, why the hell do you move towards the screaming thing? Run away!
Screaming thing.
Exit from the situation. What are you doing? Self-preservation is a big thing for me.
Self-preservation does not exist in horror movies.
Right.
If you have self-preservation, the plot does not move forward, mostly. Or most writers don't know how to move the plot forward with self-preservation.
I would love to see a horror movie with people that are smart and have self-preservation.
There's definitely at least one thing out there like that. I think...
There's gotta be.
I think my horror enthusiast friend from college, I think he told me about one, and I completely forgot the name of it.
Okay, you gotta ask him then, because, if there is one, I'd love to watch it.
Yeah.
Because it just watching horror films with dumb, stupid people pisses me off.
Stupid.
I'm genuinely...
Sorry for that sniper shot to your funny bone.
You remember the dream that came from?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said that. Stupid.
Even as a child, I was logical.
Stupid.
This shit's stupid.
This is stupid. Anyway, oh, God, this guy's in trouble. I'll save you, citizen! Alright, what was I saying?
Last you said was stupid. Oh yeah, your college friend, if there's any sort of self-preservation based horror film where people aren't idiots and they somehow write a good plot with people that aren't freaking idiots,
yeah,
that would be interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's definitely something like that out there, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I sort of want to redeem cosmic horror.
Okay.
In your eyes, redeem the reputation, repair it, because, like I said, it's not necessarily something that you have to find scary at all. I do think also the other problem with my trying to get you to understand it is that it's really the kind of thing that you have to experience first to even understand the vibe of it.
Okay.
Not to say that you're going to find it scary after experiencing it, but it's the kind of thing that you just sort of stumble across. You know, and you're like, what is this? What do I call this? And then you find out it has a name. It's called cosmic horror.
Okay.
Also, the whole thing about the horror part of that,
Yeah.
it's sort of a generalization, because you can have something that definitely would fit into cosmic horror, and then that if there's enough of that in the thing, then by default you can call it cosmic horror, even if it is not technically inherently horror itself.
Okay.
The way to identify cosmic horror in that regard is, I think is like a good way I can describe it is, it's like if fantasy and sci-fi had a weird, deformed, neglected baby.
Okay.
Imagine the occult, supernatural aspect of demons, and mix that with the mysterious, far-off influence of aliens in science fiction.
Okay.
And you combine those two things together, and you make cosmic horror creatures.
Okay.
So that is like what Cthulhu is, an ancient god, but a very alien type of creature. But also the same way, he's got this sort of occult vibe to him.
Yeah.
So he's not really a demon, but he's not really an alien either. He's an extra-dimensional entity.
Okay.
Yeah. Or at least I think he is. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure on what Cthulhu is either, because I have not read that story yet.
Okay.
But yeah, so if you see anything that would at least be concerning, if it were like, you know, something that were real, like something that's alien but disturbingly so,
Right.
but sort of presented in a almost fantasy sort of way, that's a Lovecraftian or cosmic horror creature.
Okay.
It's very strange. So that's what cosmic horror is. Now, I think what would interest you more, though, is just sort of the general world building and what cosmic horror becomes when it is not horror.
Okay.
What does Alien become, the Aliens franchise become, when it is not horror?
Sci-fi.
Exactly. What cosmic horror becomes when you drop the horror is it becomes this weird hybrid. The only word I have for it is weird fiction.
Okay.
Because it is not necessarily fantasy, but it's not necessarily sci-fi either. Yet it borrows ideas from both.
Okay.
And this guy, Lovecraft, I've been reading more of his stories,
Yeah.
and I'm beginning to understand better what kind of world he built. And he was honestly ahead of his time. This guy was in like the 1920s. He's talking about like interdimensional travel and alternate versions of yourself and like alternate possibilities.
The multiverse.
Yeah,
like Spider-Man.
Multiverse and like outer space. And just, he is really ahead of his time with all this stuff. So yeah, when you drop the horror from his, when he's not trying to scare you, he is just making weird, imaginative stuff. It's honestly really cool. He's built this world that is, I think you would like it. The world is, it's basically like one of those sort of like hidden world fictions. For example, we've got Harry Potter, Spiderwick, stuff like that. You've got the real world, but in the real world are hidden, there are creatures that most people do not know about, things that most people do not know about.
Oh.
And the heroes either are equipped to do this with either powers or just general knowledge.
Okay. Narnia.
Yes, Narnia, but in that case, it's actually you're going to the world, right? The world doesn't come to you. Lovecraft does both, actually.
Okay, so you can either go to the world or the world already pre-exists.
Yes. So the people in this world that know about these things they don't really have powers. They know about arcane stuff and magic and these things. The most that they are capable of doing is having dreams so vivid that they are transported through their dreams into these worlds.
Oh,
they're called dreamers.
Interesting.
And Randolph Carter, the protagonist of this selection of short stories I'm reading, he is one of these dreamers.
Okay.
And it turns out there's actually a sort of a hidden society of people that know about this kind of stuff.
Oh.
They do studies. They're like scholars that would be sort of mocked by, real scholars.
Okay.
But yeah, so they deal with this kind of stuff. So one of the world, I don't know how many worlds there actually are, but there's this thing called the Dreamlands. It's a setting where like it's Earth's dreamland. So I guess it's where people of Earth go when they dream.
Interesting.
Yes, I think the implication is that there are multiple dreamlands for each waking world. The dreamlands, at least Earth's dreamlands, are just there's a lot of wildly alien stuff in it. Stuff that, like, okay, most fantasy writers, they draw from pre-existing concepts, right? Like, you've got like Tolkien, who, Lord of the Rings. A lot of the stuff was already like, existed in like folklore, like dwarves, elves, dragons, that stuff that we use over and over again, and various fantasy things. These are like expected in fantasy worlds. Lovecraft does not reuse anything. It is all stuff that he came up with, and it's wildly different. Like, you would have a hard time imagining the kind of stuff he describes.
Yeah.
Because it's very like foreign and alien almost.
Question though, if you have a hard time imagining what he describes, do you still enjoy it?
I do, yes.
Okay.
Because I play this little game where I try and picture what it is.
Okay.
And by the end of the story, I might look something up. I might like see if there's any artist renditions of what it is.
Okay.
It's not that the way he describes it is vague. It's that it's just so you have to definitely work on imagining what it looks like.
Right. Like,
but he is actually good at describing these things.
Okay.
It's just that he uses vocabulary that it's that problem that a lot of you get in a lot of fiction where you've got vocabulary that you wouldn't know because it's just not in common use.
Yeah.
So like there's like he uses words for like architectural design stuff that I don't know, like minarets.
Interesting.
Stuff like that, so I have to look up stuff to know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But it's the creatures. Some of these creatures are really cool.
I feel like to truly enjoy it, I might have to like look it up.
Maybe.
So I can like...
Maybe. See, actually, I want to test that.
Okay.
I actually wanted to introduce you to one of my favorite creatures and that I've met so far in Lovecraft's fiction. It's called a gug.
Gug.
A gug.
Okay.
They're gugs, yeah. I'm actually going to pull from various passages of the story and kind of walk you through what gugs are. Could you actually, as I do this, could you take the wheel?
Oh, shit.
Just so that people have something to watch while I do this.
Okay. I don't know how to play this.
Just walk. You know what? Let me mark your destination.
Okay.
So you know where to go.
This might result in chaos, but anyway.
Whatever. Go southeast.
Okay.
Try and stay along the rock cropping if you can. No, other way.
Ooh.
Other way. Just follow the land bridge.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Avoid the Los Alfos. You'll be fine. Anyway, so I want to talk about gugs. So in the Dreamlands, there's actually... You're fine. There's actually a... go left.
Okay.
There's actually a... it's interesting. He actually has, in this Dreamlands, there is a subterranean world underneath the surface. In fact, as I'm reading this story, I realize, as I'm reading it, it actually reminds me a lot of the depths of Zelda. Because there's like this eerie sort of glow that is illuminating everything. Mm-hmm. But it's not pitch black, but it's still kind of dark.
How do I climb down? Oh,
Let go. Hit X. And then the jump button is also your parachute when you're falling.
Oh, shit.
Okay, glide. Okay, glide. Hit the jump button in midair as you're falling. Like a double jump.
Oh, shit.
What the? Okay. Anyway, this is more distracting than I thought it would be. I thought you just have to walk.
Well, I don't know where I'm going, so...
And so Void made it so that Cassie would have an easier koroks to walk to, and so that he could focus on reading the thing. Okay, I have directed Cassie towards a easier korok seed. Use the glider.
How do I use the glider?
So you know this button?
Yeah.
As you're falling, hit it again. Like think of it like a double jump.
Oh,
there you
okay,
go. Okay. God, you're helpless. Anyway, so what was I saying? Gugs. So gugs, they are these creatures that are native to the underworld of the Dreamlands. There's a large cavernous world, kind of like the depths, where it just lies underneath the surface. It's huge, expansive, lots of weird things down there, and gugs are one of them. No. You're not going to go over the edge.
Okay.
Go along the cliff.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. I'll let you figure this one out. Yay! So, Gugs are interesting. Gugs are...
What did I do?
You hit the wrong button. Why? Hit A.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Well, yay, one down. Here, I'm gonna make you go towards one that's a little further away.
Okay.
So I got time to explain this shit. Here we go. Here's one.
Okay.
I think that's far enough away. Just a little of a walk. Just follow the plateau.
Okay.
You're not climbing or dropping until you get there. So.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Hit cancel. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? So Gugs.
Okay.
It's gonna take forever to explain this. So Gugs are a creature that are native to the abyss of the Dreamlands. The first time they are mentioned, they are described as the Gugs, hairy and gigantic. They once reared stone circles in the woods and made strange sacrifices to the other gods. So you hear that and you're like, okay, so these things sound like they are hairy humanoids. Mm-hmm. Giants, sort of. So yes, hairy and gigantic. That's the first description of what a Gug is. So you're like, okay, so you start to get this image of what a Gug is. It's like a large hairy man. But then the description starts to flesh out a little. A little later on in the story, the heroes meet a Gug, and you get a better description of what a Gug is. Mm-hmm. So there's a cave, there's some other odd creatures that have come out of this cave. And, what are you doing?
I don't know where to go, so I'm just running in circles while you talk.
Drop down. And use the parachute, please. Oh, there it is.
Wait, where?
Yeah, see, there's a block puzzle.
Ah!
Yay! So, here's the description of what a Gug is. And yet, horrible as they were not so horrible as what presently came out of the cave after them, with disconcerting suddenness. It was a hand, fully 2.5 feet across, and equipped with formidable claws. After it came another hand, and after that a great black-furred arm to which both of the hands were attached by short forearms.
Sorry, can you reread everything?
Yes, okay.
Let me...
A hand fully 2.5 feet across, and equipped with formidable claws. After it came another hand, and after that a great black-furred arm to which both of the hands were attached by short forearms.
Okay.
Then 2 pink eyes shone, and the head of the awakened Gug sentry, large as a barrel, wobbled into view. The eyes jutted 2 inches from each side, shaded by bony protuberances overgrown with coarse hairs. But the head was chiefly terrible because of the mouth. That mouth had great yellow fangs that ran from the top to the bottom of the head, opening vertically instead of horizontally. So, it's a large, 20-foot tall, vaguely humanoid creature. It technically has 4 hands, but only 2 arms. Because each arm splits and has a second forearm on it.
Interesting.
And its mouth, like Skags in Borderlands?
Yeah.
Its mouth opens like that.
Interesting.
Yes.
I'm sort of getting like a vague picture of it, but again, I feel like after I get that description, I would need to look up some sort of artist rendition of it.
Okay.
Because I sort of get it, but not.
You want to try and do the puzzle while I read?
Yeah, I know what to do, but how do you use the little,
Oh, yeah, Guys, I'm sorry, Cassie has no hand-eye coordination when it comes to video games.
Wait, and then what do I do after this? How do I make it? Oh! Wait, now
You can bring it closer to you
now
by
it's fucking stuck.
by release R, stop rotating, and just use the D-pad to bring it closer to you. No, don't move. Don't move, Link.
Okay.
Use the D-pad.
There we go.
There you go. Okay. So, anyway, now there's one thing that makes a Gug worse. They do eat people. They like to eat meat. Hey, you did it!
With some struggling.
Holy crap, you did it! Wow, I am so proud of you.
Yay!
All right. There's one more thing I will read about Gugs. So you got this 20-foot tall, very brutish type of monster that's very freaky in appearance. But it gets a little worse. So at some point, the heroes have to sneak through a city of these things. Mm-hmm. They're all asleep. And the reason that they have to sneak past them is because they have to climb a tower to get back to the surface.
Okay.
And as they are climbing this tower, it gets dark. And they have to climb these steps that are made for the Gugs. So that these steps are like a yard high.
Okay.
And they have to do this ascent in the dark. So sharp are the ears of Gugs that the bare feet and hands of the climbers might readily be heard when the city awoke, and it would be, of course, take but little time for the striding giants, accustomed from their hunts in the vaults of Zin to seeing without light, to overtake their smaller and slower quarry on those cyclopean steps. It was very depressing to reflect that the silent pursuing Gugs would not be heard at all, but would come very suddenly and shockingly in the dark upon the climbers. So you got these 20-foot tall things that are like very like these brutes, and you would not hear them coming.
Ooh, that would...
Yes. Yeah. Very, very concerning. Very concerning. What are you doing? Oh, you dropped down and now you're climbing back up.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's taken care of. And also, I will now take the controls from you.
Okay.
You did good, I think.
Okay.
I guess. So, yes. I don't know if you caught any of that while you were playing. Mm-hmm. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they basically, they're these massive creatures. It's 20 feet tall, but you can't hear them.
Yeah, and they look freaky. Like they got like 2 forearms on each arm.
Yeah, so again, I think I have like a vague depiction of what they look like, but to truly like enjoy the story, I think I would want to stop and like see if there's an artist rendition of it.
Okay. Well, there are artist renditions of Gugs.
Okay.
If you look up Cthulhu D&D Gug, because someone made a Dungeons and Dragons expansion using Lovecraftian creatures, and I think there should be a good depiction of what a Gug is. So you see that?
Yeah.
I think that in my eyes that is the definitive depiction of what a Gug is. But that was actually pretty close to what I pictured.
Okay.
There actually is one other creature, but I don't want to like do it again where I give you the controller.
Yeah.
So I'll try and remember the description. There was one other creature, and this was actually the easiest for me to picture. They are called night gaunts.
Okay.
These are a creature that scarcely any surface dwellers have seen, but they are winged creatures that come in the night. When Randolph Carter, the protagonist, first encounters these things, he feels a surface that is described as smooth and rubbery.
Okay.
He sees silhouetted against the night sky a winged, horned thing. They have hands. They are very like humanoid. They have horns that curve inward.
Okay.
They've got barbed tails that whip around mindlessly. Mm-hmm. And I think the most distinct feature, though, is their black, oily, slippery, rubbery type of whale-like almost skin.
Okay.
And they have, where their face should be, there is nothing but a blank slate. All right, can you picture that in your mind?
Sort of. Again, it's the similar situation where I have like some sort of fuzzy, vague depiction, but it's not like...
Well, look up a night gaunt. Look up Lovecraft's night gaunt. The picture might actually be closer to what you were thinking of than you might realize.
The tail is similar, although I kind of pictured the whole tail to be spiky, like all around, for whatever reason.
I guess barb just applies only to the tip of the tail.
Yeah, but if it wasn't spiky all the way around, and I did picture that exact tail. I pictured those horns. I pictured the, I think I wasn't sure what the body looked like, but to your point, like, it's in the realm of what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, there's lots of interesting creatures like that in Lovecraft's world that he made, and to an extent, in cosmic horror in general. Well, actually, those creatures aren't in cosmic horror. That's just weird fiction. But yes, so that's kind of like stuff like that is sort of like in this sort of weird horror fiction thing that Lovecraft is a part of.
Okay.
And I thought you might find that interesting. And there's definitely lots of interesting world building. There's different places, different other worlds. And yeah, I just think it's neat.
Okay, so I guess from the perspective of, if I interpret horror as it's supposed to scare you,
right,
then I don't understand it.
Right.
If the criteria of horror isn't that it's supposed to scare you, it's just, take that away, it's just kind of cool.
Right.
Then like, and it's more of like sci-fi fantasy, then yeah, I could see enjoying it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And as of now, I don't know if I have any good recommendations for cosmic horror. But if I were to recommend a cosmic horror thing to you, it would not be from the angle of I want this to scare you. It would be from the angle of I think you would enjoy this.
Okay.
Like, I think you would, like, in the same way that you might find aliens to be cool, like xenomorphs and stuff. I would sort of treat it in that way, and that's why that would be the only reason I would recommend cosmic horror to you.
Okay.
Now, I could recommend a story that is close to cosmic horror, and it did spook me, but it doesn't have to spook you. I guess it just sort of it's one of the stronger examples, I guess, that I have right now.
Okay.
And it's from one of my books. And it's like, it's a short story, short read. And I can recommend that to you after we finish recording.
Okay.
But yeah, if I ever find any movies or like short films that sort of encapsulate this whole idea, I might recommend those to you in the future. Not to scare you, because I honestly, at this point, I don't think you're ever going to get scared by this kind of stuff.
Probably not. Never.
Yeah, I think you'd at least find it interesting. Okay. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, to understand just the vibe of it, you really just gotta find something in that sort of genre to understand what the whole deal is. So I'll try and find you something like that.
Okay. And I guess it could be possible that, like, it's not my cup of tea, no matter what. But if it's at all interesting, like, intrigues me, then...
Like, well, think of it this way. Do you like mythology?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, at least for Lovecraft, he's sort of, he's crafted a sort of his own mythology.
Okay.
But instead of, like, gods in the normal sense, where they are, like, they resemble people, wildly different.
Yeah.
Pretty much like if your gods were monsters.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
I guess that's the end of the episode. We're actually under an hour.
Okay.
So now would be a good time to stop. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed another episode of Podblivion. Thank you for watching or listening, however you may enjoy this. For those of us who are not familiar with cosmic horror or Lovecraftian fiction in general, I hope you've got a better understanding of what this sort of weird genre is like. If you want more Podblivion, make sure to hit subscribe, or if you want to check out some of my other stuff and you enjoy my channel for other reasons, to each their own. And also check me out on Twitch. I do streams, both on YouTube and Twitch. And if you want more Cassie, but in a shorter form type of deal, we do have a Let's Play that is, we got 7 or so episodes out already. Old Let's Play, but there will be more episodes. I just got to edit more of them. But it's Night in the Woods. Feel free to check it out.
To be fair, I was better at playing that game than Zelda.
Yeah.
You just kind of like threw me into this, and I was like, I don't know what any of the mechanics are. I don't know, like, how to do literally anything. What does this button do? Like...
Yeah. But anyway, I think that's everything. So, until next time.
Bye.